On this Humans of Web3 episode, I have the privilege of interviewing Mikhail Kirillov, founder of Hito Wallet, a talented engineer and an amazing human that I feel fortunate enough to call a friend.
Hi, my name is Mikhail Kirillov, and I am a human of Web3.
Join me as we dive into the world of blockchain and meet the minds behind Web3.
I was born in Soviet Union, in Siberia, and I always was obsessed with microelectronics. When I was a kid, since I was 12, I got my computer science degree in Moscow, in Russia, and I started my career as software engineer, but I quit my first job in 2008, and I co-founded my first startup with my friend. That's funny because that company is still online, it still exists. So I used to be mostly CTO type of founder before, and that brings me to another question of my life, that I always thought what people around me are like me, because I used to work with computers almost whole of my career. But when I started to do my current project, I realized that people are different, and I started to study psychology and start to learn to read something about it, and I started to try to build connections, deep connections with people. It's kind of my hobby right now, building deep connections with different people. That's interesting. Yeah, so I am on my constant journey of transforming myself from technical side to non-technical side right now. Hito Wallet is a stylish device and a software app which makes cryptocurrency easy to use and protects them. So Hito means human or person in Japanese. So Hito is a cryptocurrency wallet with human-friendly interface, easy to use. That's why it's Hito. I got myself involved in crypto and I started to rethink about it, and I was not satisfied with existing hardware wallets, and I have experience with both hardware and software, so I decided to build my own hardware cryptocurrency wallet for me. That's why I started to build it. My previous project was advertising platform. It was kind of boring stuff, and I started to think about new project to start working on, and I started to search for magic around me. When I was a kid, computers and robotics were magic for me, and I start asking everybody around me, what's your magic technology, what looks magic for you right now? And I found myself in crypto, and I decided that crypto could be next magic technology which can potentially change the world. And that's a funny one, and to make it a better place, but yeah. So yeah, that's just a joke, but yeah, I found myself, I found crypto as a new magic technology for me, because uncontrolled by anyone, created by community, financial system for everyone in the world can create a big shift in society, in humanity. That's why I'm building on crypto. I am an engineer by myself, so I read code, I read technical documentation, and I also read some communities, watch videos on YouTube, and I got so much info from word of mouth here in Silicon Valley and from local crypto community here. I'm trying to visit any meetup is happening. Yeah, I visit Atlas Cafe often, which hosts lots of meetups. So I read the code. I read the technical documentation. I watch videos and I communicate with local community in San Francisco. Peter Hitchens, with his social architecture book, inspired me a lot. He created a set of principles for rules to create any open source community, and I consider these principles like something opposite to totalitarian systems. So to create community, open source community based on anti-totalitarian principles, that inspires me from his work as well. For me, this project, my first project, was successful. I think mostly because of that fact that I communicate with the core community by myself at the start. I think the first year I was communicating with the community of that project by myself, and I think that makes project successful. I don't want to hire somebody to communicate with early community, because I feel myself that I need to communicate with the community by myself, at least at first. I think that's the main part to build strong community. I think of Margaret Thatcher here because she's so brilliant and she's so clear communicating with her ideas, and she's so inspiring and she's so artistic. Oh my god, I adore her. Yeah. I think the main idea for what works for me is to communicate, to surround myself not with dream crushers or sunshine bumpers, but with real people, with dreamers, but not only the dreamers, but with dreamers who do something real. I think that's the main piece of advice from me to myself, to surround myself more with real people, not just with sunshine bumpers and dream crushers. So you can consider my experience as a piece of advice for you. I built a prototype of hardware and it works right now. And I'm building next batch of hardware up to 200 devices. And I created a mirror campaign. So I want to build next batch of hardware. I want to promote my mirror campaign. And I want to release on test flight my mobile application for Hito. That's my next steps. I want to share my experience. My experience told me that I was searching for my journey. I found my journey and I follow my journey right now. I understand what my path is and I'm following my path right now. But what will happen next, we'll see. So I'm doing something and I will see what happens. That's it. So finding my own journey was the big thing for me. So you can find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Checkamore, and you can drop me a line on Hito website, and my email is mike@hitowallet.com. Feel free to ping me if I can be of any help.
On the surface, Mikhail seems like any other founder within Web3, a builder that's looking to innovate within an ever-changing landscape. But when we look deeper, we find a man with a passion, an engineer that built his product from scratch, and a dreamer that seeks to bring a human design to a rapidly changing world. Hito may not be the only project within blockchain, but it is one driven by the belief of community and the use of technology to hopefully make the world a better place. And in the end, isn't that what it means to be a human of Web3?